Hey guys, it's Danica back with part 2 of my week 6 video. Those are the pages that I did in my last video, and now I'm ready to start on another insert. I don't really do a whole lot with this little insert. I think I just add a tag to that kind of plain card and some journaling, and that's about it. But first, I kind of wanted to show you, I got these little bowls at Target. They are so cute. They're just like, they call them dipping bowls, and they have tons of different designs. But my craft room is yellow and gray, so I picked a yellow, a gray, and a white one. So what I'm doing is I'm down to just a few little bits, and I wanted to use my little bowls. So I just put the biggest pieces of the die cuts in the white one, and then some of the smaller things in the yellow, and then the little word phrase cut aparts that I had left in the little gray one. So I had one of the little rubber charm tags left, and that's what I'm putting on this gray card. And then I'm just adding the labels to my pictures to do my journaling. So this was kind of a continuation of our snow day. We were kind of crazy. The second snow day we had, the weather really wasn't too bad. It was just really icy that morning. So by that night, we were able to go to a movie. And then the next night, we had a dinner or like a dessert night at my daughter's school as a fundraiser. So that's what I'm journaling about there. And I think that's it. That's all I did for those. And now I'm going to move on to the other side. As you can see there, that yellow card with the dots, that was the other side was the one that said sparkle and shine. And so I was able to use both sides of the card. And that's a great way to get a lot of use out of your cards, especially if they're two-sided and they're different on each side, because some of them are like the orientation is different, but some of them have a completely different design. And so I like to use both sides when I can. I just feel like I get more use out of my cards. The one thing you have to be careful of is that you don't staple on one side, because then the back side of the staple shows through, and if you don't care, then you don't care, but it bothers me. So I try not to do that if I can at all help it. So what I did is I had the last little rubber charm, and it says love you, and I added that with my journaling and the date. It was my daughter's Chromebook for school, and she had forgotten it. And I just thought it was kind of funny because I took it to her, and there were like 6 other parents bringing Chromebooks to their kids. So this is their first year to have them, so I think it's kind of hard to remember sometimes. So I'm just using the thickers that I had in the kit, those gold dipped alphas, and just kind of adding the again because we had more snow. I'm trying on a new glue. It's a Elmer's Quick Dry craft glue. So we'll see how that goes. It seemed to work pretty well because I added that little heart, and just moments after I added it, I was able to put the card in the sleeve, and it didn't scoot around. So I had that other quick dry adhesive that I really, really liked, but it was really hard to get out of the container. So now I'm on to my last page. I had a few photo collages here, so I had lots of pictures for this last page and just a few cards. And let's see, I think the lower left hand, I think I ordered a bunch of extra add-ons for my February, and so that was from a larger piece of paper that came with one of the add-ons, and it was a piece of paper that had like 4x6 cut aparts. So that's what I used on the bottom. Everything else came from the pocket kit. So this is a clear tag, and I should have waited to take my photos until it had completely dried, because it did dry clear and I can't see it now underneath that tag. And when I do my photos, you can still kind of see it because it was still drying. So yeah, that big blob that is kind of under the blue part is no longer there. So for this, I'm using one of those little, it was a cut apart from the cut apart sheet, and it says so sweet. And this is a collage of my brother-in-law and my sister adopted a greyhound, and they brought him down for us to visit with him. And so that was just a little collage of their visit when they were here. My dog barely tolerates him, so the picture where I put that little puffy sticker was the two of them about as close as they would get to each other, which was about 6 feet apart. So So yeah, so I added my little heart and I'm doing the date stamp there, and of course I kind of hit the edge of the heart and so it didn't quite stamp all the way, and I just used my Sharpie marker to kind of fill in the F and the E for February because that's all that didn't really show up, so I didn't stress out too much about it. We had the Super Bowl, and it was so funny. I picked up these stickers and I started doing the hashtag and the SB, and I was like, oh my gosh, did it even come with numbers? So I flipped it over, and I was very grateful that it did have numbers. Some of those alphas don't, they just have the alphas. Um, so this little page, I added my picture kind of at an angle just to make it a little more interesting. I added a little gray cloud from the puffy stickers. I put a stamp on this card. You can kind of see my method of going back and forth and not really staying with one card at a time. So I added that, and then I think I add a little piece of ephemera to that as well after I do my journaling, and then my phone quit recording. I had a notification on my phone and it just quit. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed.